Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 1 of the AFC Bournemouth career mode here. Obviously with Bournemouth, where they sit currently 19th in the league. I am starting at the beginning of July. I'm not going to start where they are in real life. That just take too much work to line it up and be a little bit too unrealistic. However, this team does need some help, and only after 21 games they have 12 losses. They sit on 17 points, but they aren't quite far off of relegation zone with Leeds, West Ham, and even Wolves only 3 to 4 points ahead of them. It's a very tight relegation battle this season in the Premier League. And honestly, I think it could be a very interesting season for here. Now, as you can see, as I'm scrolling down in 15th, you would see, actually in 14th or 13th, you would see Manchester City. You do not see that. Instead, you see Burnley, who is in 6th. There is a reason for that, and I will have to show you that in a second. League 2, we get down to it. There is Manchester City. After their financial fair play rule breach, whatever, the 100, whatever, yada, 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 they are more than likely going to get expulsion from the Premier League. That's a very real possibility. And honestly, the reports are that the EFL, obviously EFL control Championship, League 1 and League 2. They don't have to accept Man City, so they can end up actually playing non-league football next season, which would be outrageous. Now, I did just go ahead and demote them all the way to League 2. And then obviously I am on mods, so I can do this. I'm showing you something here. Now, future me, I hope I blur the bottom bit. Now, obviously Manchester City here, right? I click on team. Now, on the latest live editor, if I remember, I'll put it in the description. You can ban this team. You can do transfer bans. So I'm gonna do a 2-window transfer ban for this team. The window usually starts in June, which is the 6th. So we'll do it all the way up to June 1st of next season. So they would not be able to buy anybody. Now they can sell and loan players out, but they obviously can't bring anybody in. And honestly, I have a feeling we might not see Holland in that team anytime soon. We'll see with that. But now, for now, let's focus back onto this team. This team needs some help, and it needs help quick. Honestly, just looking at it initially, I want a new cam for Billing. He is simply not a cam. I want a new center mid, possibly for either Cook or Billing. Kirsty, he's going to find himself fine for right now. Fredericks, he's fine for right now. I want a new center back. Meffin, Stevens, Kelly, Zabrani. Sensi's about the only one that I can keep for maybe a season or two. Smith, I want definitely a new left back. I have Vina here. Vina is already looking like he's a better one. And then Smith, he does have more defending and physical than Fredericks, but the pace is important. Now Tavernier, he is actually going to go ahead and beat our Cam, and therefore Traore on the left. But I would like to find another left midfielder, so we might not have to find a Cam quite yet. I want to find a backup striker for Solanke, or possibly even a better striker. This team needs help. How much money do we have? We only have, I don't think we have that much. We have like 30 mil. Yeah, 30 mil. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and look up some players real quick. I'll be back. Alright, we came back. I have a couple of options. Obviously, we not quite necessarily, we don't really need a right back. And obviously, this guy, Rico Williams, he wouldn't technically be a starter, but we could get him and try and get him on a cheaper, since he is going to probably end up leaving Man City, considering they are in League 2. But honestly, knowing FIFA, these players will probably stay there for the long term. So that could be an option. He could play right back. He could play left back. He could play the Zinchenko style like he does in real life almost. We also have some center mid options. We have a couple good ones like Costa, Mordo, Bacicic, who could be one for the future. Sedelic and Stravella, who could be in and out. Saliba, this Nathan Dillon Saliba. I was playing with him the other day, like literally like last week, and he was 58 rated. I think his potential is only up to 60, but I think we could do a number with him, bringing in dynamic potential. He could be one. He's kind of a hidden, I wouldn't say a hidden gem because he ain't that good technically, but he was pretty good for me when I was doing a little series, a little my thing earlier on. And then some wingers. Obviously, we need probably more a left winger than right winger, but we could easily swap these players to be on the left midfield. Now, somebody like Reece Nelson, I don't think we can technically loan. We could loan him for the rest of the year, but I think all these players, besides Alinga, these two are expiring at the end of the year, so we can get them on either a cheap or we could loan them out for the season and then try and get them on a free for next season if we do like them. Now, obviously, Saliba, I'm probably going to end up bringing him in. He is a better cam. I know that for sure. He's like a 49 rated cam. So we'll bring him in, make him a cam, and then probably loan him out maybe. We'll see what happens with him. But I definitely am interested in bringing in at least one of these. I think Sadiq and Shavella definitely. Maybe not Shavella because his pace does let him down quite a bit. But somebody like Mikael Sadiq, I'm probably saying his name completely wrong. Balance good. Stamina is good. His strength is decent. It could be a little bit better. His defense awareness ain't bad for him being a center back or center defensive mid. He could play left back as well. So I think we bring him in. I think we bring him in and possibly loan him out. And then definitely bring in Saliba. So let me go bring in these players and I will be back. And the first signing is in. It is Saliba. Not William Saliba, but Saliba from the MLS from Montreal. He joins Bournemouth. We are going to go ahead and put him straight on the development plan into the cam position, which should take 9 weeks. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to loan him out. I think I will actually use him quite a bit off of the bench of this season, simply because I loved when I was playing with him. So he will come in. He is our first signing for this window. I tried to bring in Sadiq, and I offered him 12K. They weren't messing with that. They weren't happy about that. So we might have to wait a week more just to try and bring him in. But for now, I think we are going to go ahead and loan in Reece Nelson for the rest of the season, see how well we do with him, and then possibly bring him in next season on a free. And we do finally get it done. Mikael Sadiq will come into the club for $6.5 million, 10K more wages than what I offered him the first time. And also, Reece Nelson will not join on loan. Neither will Rico Williams. I tried to actually loan to buy him. They both declined it. So I'm going to have to go in and try and buy both of those instead. And honestly, I think I have the money. I don't think I'll bring in Rico Lewis simply off because I don't want to buy him quite yet. But I will bring in Reece Nelson on for relatively cheap because he is contract expiring, obviously. And we do secure the signing of Reece Nelson. He is our newest signing to the club. That is transfer number 3 of this window already. Really only 2 because one is a long-term development plan. This, I need immediate success, and I think Reece Nelson and I think Sadiq will bring it to the club. Now, I am interested in bringing in a center back, so I'm still going to be on the market for that. But for now, we have 2 great new signings that should help buff up this club a little bit. First game of the season, and it is against Liverpool. Now, I am trying to bring in another center back, however, the club that I'm trying to bring in from needed more time. So we have to play this game. They obviously, all transfers are updated thanks to the latest squad update last night. So Gakpo's in there. All the Chelsea players are in there. The Man City player, the Cancelo's at Bayern, all the Arsenal players. Obviously, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. Let's get into the game and let's see what we can do at home against Liverpool. Maybe try and steal a result somehow. Obviously, Reece Nelson on the bench for the start of this game. We do have new signings to look in the midfield, though, as well as Saliba on the bench. He's still in a.
This could be a really tough campaign.
Darwin Núñez for Liverpool, and for Mo Salah left for Thiago, and it's 1-0 for Liverpool. It's going to happen. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. Thiago makes it 1-0. Traore, Tavernier. Christie was making an inside run. He kind of just stopped and let Robinson defend him. Allison. Oh, my Lord. He almost makes a mistake. Tavernier, you win the header. Out to Lermer. Now Traore. Back in for Tavernier. Tavernier. Allison with the save. Oh, we make a mistake of it. I should just clear it first time. Not even pass it back to the keeper. It's 2-0. That's for Bino who scores as well. That's a 2-0 deficit at the half in our first game. Not great, but it is against Liverpool. It's kind of expected. Traore in for Simano. Simano, can he just get the shot off? You can! It's 2-1! And he might just have earned himself a starting spot. Instantly, and really with his first touch of the game, it's in the back of the net, and it's 2-1.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with...
Reece Nelson wins the ball back, in for Sadiq. Knocked back to Simano, in for Reece Nelson. It's a beautiful ball. Reece Nelson's going to take it himself, and Reece Nelson levels it. It's 2-2. Double debut goals. Now, I know technically Simano's not a new player, but Reece Nelson is. It's 2-2.
Well, here's the goal again.
That was a beautiful link-up play. Van Dijk, Robertson, caught in no man's land.
What a good goal that is.
And I honestly had a split second think of passing it back to Simano. I'm glad I didn't. Matip would have intercepted it. It's 2-2.
So back underway.
We could win it. We really could win it. We could nick one here. They are making a mistake. It is Traore now in for Semino. Back to Traore. Out wide to Vina. Can we find Traore? Now Billing. Billing gets fouled. It gets called as well. That's a possible red card. Who's that? Matip? For Frederick. Trying to find Semino. Can't do so. Liverpool had the break here. Liverpool are on the break. It's Salah in for Gakpo. Gakpo, Darwin Núñez, Fabinho, Gakpo, 3-2. Liverpool win. And really against the run of play, Liverpool do get the result they hope for. That one hurts quite a bit. That one hurts. How much longer do we have? I don't think we have much time. Saliba in for Traore. Semino. Traore. I just need my players up. Like, can we go up the field? Saliba. The players just didn't want to go up. It is a 3-2 loss. That one hurts. That one stings. We should have never lost that. Look at that. We have 52% possession. Same amount of expected goals. More shots on target. I would assume so. I don't really know. Definitely more shots on. They had 3 shots on target. They scored all 3 of them. That's kind of a dominating game from us, really. It didn't seem like it, but it actually was. Now, I will end the episode here. It is a very short episode in the terms there was only one game. I did a couple transfer deals. We do only have $15 million to spend, and the player I want to bring in was going to go ahead and be Biscali, but I accepted a 14.5 transfer offer. I just didn't have the wage budget for it, and then I was also trying to bring in Nicolo Morto for a loan, but they said no. So we do have only bring in 3 players, really only 2. We bring in Sadiq as our center defensive mid, Reece Nelson, and then obviously Saliba, who is a long-term project. If you did enjoy this episode and when you want to see more of this career mode, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe. Suggest who you think I can get for around $15 million, unless I sell somebody, which honestly I don't think I might. I don't think anybody really wants to be sold. I haven't been getting transfer offers. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments. Until then, peace out.